Welcome back to more Guild Wars 2.
One more seed plant. There we go. Perfect. Oh, you're not Tegwin? Thorns and brambles, where is she?
I'm looking for Tegwin too. A firstborn sent me to check on her. Who are you?
My name is Carys. Tegwin and I are both wardens here at Anwen. We're supposed to protect the beach, but I can't. Oh no! The Risen are coming! Please, stranger, help me keep those monsters off the beach. We'll talk after.
This is pretty much exactly like the other event we had, fighting the Risen, with a war... Actually, that was with Garwin. So it's straightforward wave combat, except there's a lot of them. And then this happens, after you clear out enough waves.
They're trying to flank us. Over here.
Yep, she redirects us to another spot to defend, which is another few waves. This one doesn't tell you how many waves there are, and I actually prefer this to knowing how many waves. I really, really do. And they come from behind us, and she just completely... I don't know. But they do almost get me down. I throw enough rocks to kill them. But this guy is the last guy, and he goes down fairly quickly. Overall.
Yes, they're all dead. Well, really dead this time.
Very well, Warden Carys. The beach is safe again. Now, what can you tell me about Tegwin?
She's my very good friend and my mentor. She was teaching me how to be a good warden, but now she's missing, and I'm all alone.
Calm down, young one. When did you last see her?
5 nights ago when a storm hit the village. We were at the watch post. Tegwin spotted something flashing like bright starlight down on the beach. She went to investigate the next morning as soon as the storm ended. Tegwin was gone before I woke up. She never returned. I searched and searched, but there was no sign of her. I know she's not dead. If she'd been killed, I would have found her remains.
That's true, she was attacked by undead. But what about Crate? They occasionally take captives. Are there any in this area?
Crate? Oh, pollen powder. I hadn't thought of that. I was concentrating on the Risen.
You're right. There are Crate to the south on Crate Bane Island. I bet those cold-hearted snakes kidnapped her. Leave behind a wall of seed plants to guard the village and meet me at Crate Bane Island. We'll find Tegwin.
She's actually pretty adorable for being a completely scatterbrained type of character. Just trying to figure out which one would be better. Yep, the one with more power. And so we'll leave, and as you'll notice, Solus needed to get out. So, time to leave the party. Technically, I kick him from party, but that's beside the point. There's more story up there. But we don't want to go that way. We instead want to go this way. Because there's a scout along the way. Which it is just over and around. And I'm trying to avoid as much combat as I can. Without Solus here, I can still take everything, but with him, everything just died. There's another one of those dynamic events that they were looking for, but nothing important. Now, there are 2 quests in the vicinity of the scout we're looking to get to. And I'm trying to figure out how the fastest and easiest way to get to where I want to go is. And that would be this way. Now, at this time I've picked up my trait points, which is quite nice. And the passive bonuses apply specifically to essentially my strength or damage output, which is where I want them to be right now. No clue why I'm looking at that. That'd be a bit silly. There's a giant swamp to our right, but first of all we have this scout we need to talk to.
Hail, traveler.
Or maybe I've already talked to him. I'm not quite sure. Just walking in here, though, reveals all the points we needed to. Another waypoint.
Yeah, that's us.
Did some more looking around.
Lion's Arch can
And for some odd reason, I picked up the broken bottle. And apparently you can stab with it. Which is quite silly.
Don't cause trouble on my watch.
And this person didn't have anything useful. So we have to continue on. I must have cut out that scout. Anyway, the scout was talking about the 2 things to do in the swamp, which generally deals with witches and things like that. Things that raise dead, cause poison, and the Nightmare Court. But in order to even enter the swamp, we have to walk all the way around. Do I really know why? No, but we have to walk all the way around. And it's slightly annoying. I wasn't lying when I said it was all the way around. It's just around the corner, fortunately. But my god, it's quite the distance.
Hello? Help, please.
Now this is interesting.
Seize the moment.
This is a dynamic event that's going on, and this NPC goes around telling people about it. That, I have to say, is brilliant. Because it's a more engaging way than just popping up on the your little journal there. It's quite interesting. I like it. Now, this is, as you can see, simple wave defense. It's not hard at all. There's just a few number of enemies. And now with me here, I did not want to go in that direction, but, well, what the game decides is what the game decides.
Run, miscreant.
And so, yeah. Some attack from this direction. Some will attack from this other direction. And I completely misjudged that one. But it didn't take much. And they're down.
That's refreshing.
That is them saved. And a waypoint discovered at that too. But moving on to the quest, it involves going over here to the swamp. Don't know why I'm attacking this mosquito. I guess I thought maybe that's part of the thing. But it apparently was not. There's also ore, so I guess that also counts. The reason I've been gathering so much ore, even on camera, is because I'm going to need that much ore. You would not believe how much you need iron ore. And same thing with wooden logs. The crafting system in this game is fairly copper heavy, fairly ore heavy. But the main things we need to do for this quest are over this direction. There's the guy who we're supposed to be helping, and it's just, as you can see, the corrupted plants, i.e. mushrooms. You just smash them. And yes, that's a giant jungle worm, and no, I don't know if we ever get a chance to fight that. would be awesome. We fought a big one before, but not one that big. And that's pretty much all this quest pertains. And we only have one left in this map. But we need to go up here first. And that guy decided he just wanted to blindside me. That was pretty mean of him to just blindside me like that. Knocked me back and everything. That was very, very mean. But, moving on from that point, I actually am going to encounter here a wonderful, wonderful little thing. That's a green, folks. That is better than my current greatsword. By a decent margin. So what am I going to do is the good question. Well, first of all, we're going to clear out a few of these enemies. And I'm going to hop down there. After, of course, we get to the skill point. Which is another fight with this guy. Actually, not another fight, it's just a fight. And even with that mortar firing on us, I'm not going to take any damage of significance. And they are down. And that was an event, and that was the last of the skill points. That's all 7 of them.
That feels better.
Now I'm going to soulbind it. And then I'm going to look at it and go, I liked the look of the other sword. Well, what can I do about that? Remember a while ago we got those transmutation items? We're going to be transmuting these 2 swords. After I figure out how to do that, I look at the swords and going, how am I going to do this? Well, how do you do it? Well, you take your one sword, put it in there. You take your other sword, put it in there, and then you make your choice. Look at that, stats of that, upgrade of that, and transmuted! We now have our green that looks like the leaf blade. And I'm going to do some basic salvaging of things I really don't need. And a vial of weak blood will come in handy with some weapon crafting. You'd be surprised how many of those you really need. For blue, they are so necessary, it's ridiculous. That already has an item attached to it. And this is just basic item attachment, really. They provide passive bonuses like the +3 healing, the +20 power. You could really, as far as I know, stick most of them on anywhere and they'll work. And since I was acquiring so many of them, they're everywhere. Now, here's the traits. If I put 5 in there, I unlock a minor skill. But no, we don't have that yet. Another level before we get that kind of trait points. And as you saw, yeah, the greatsword is the leaf-based sword rather than the normal, ordinary, boring-looking sword. And it has the stats of the better one. Which I was quite happy that I figured out how to do it. But the last quest in the area that we have to do is up here. And it's quite a bit of fun. Even though it is your typical kind of basically kill quest. And throwing the sword, smacking the puppy around, and slicey. And he's dead. Yep, it's just up here. just surveying the area, seeing if there's anything I forgot. Yep, we have to, repair signs, light torches, keep the road free of dangers, destroy monuments, poison troll food, and drive the trolls away. You wanna know what I did? I killed mosquitoes. Pretty much that's most of what I did during this quest. I didn't bother with a whole bunch of the other things, because they just... It's not that it would be boring. It's that it was easier. But here we are at the end. You can see I grabbed another champion event. But we'll be ignoring that because there was no group. And so I headed out of the swamp. And we'll see you guys next time when we take on the plot event. And probably finish this map off. This is Stomping Llama. And we'll see you next time. Signing out.